Everyone, and welcome to my, well, yeah, this will be actually my opinion anyway, a ideas video for F1 2015 because, well, it's coming out next year, well, in 2015, around March they said, because that's when Australia is, the first round anyway. So, let's get to it. In the background is F1 2014, just so you know. So, here's what I want, well, what should be improved anyway. So we'll start off with the main thing, such as physics. They need improving majorly. Well, in terms of cornering anyway, for a steering wheel user. Because we've seen it time and time again where, well, actually I think everybody can say that there is a problem, and that is that you turn and basically it's like you're getting a ton of wheel spin when you shouldn't be. And it's ridiculous. And I'll talk about what just happened in a minute. But yeah, they need to change the physics back to what it basically was, because, for the steering wheel users, because it's just ridiculous now. Like, look at this, wheel spin, no, sorry, that does not happen when you have it like 90 degrees. Like, you turn too much and as slow as you've got massive amounts of caster, which you wouldn't. And it's ridiculous, really. And it basically means the pad users are going to fly out and take off. And it's really annoying. So, that little run's done. Right, now, to the AI. This needs extensive improvement. Because, let's face it, turn 1, you saw what happened. I just dived up the inside and basically went from 5th to 3rd in basically the first corner. Actually, no, 2nd. In 2 corners. So, that kind of scratch your head. Plus, they don't actually really have any spatial awareness, I would say, because you just dive up the inside and pretty much they just let you through. It's like there's no defense or anything. It's like as though they've been yeah, I realise they've been programmed racing the racing line, but I mean as though they've been programmed racing the racing line. That's it. They just don't care what happens around them. It's just really stupid. I mean, I've seen it bad before, and it happens a few times. I've seen it happen a few times on R Factor, but I mean, otherwise that's fine, and otherwise it's fine on R Factor and other games, but yeah, this is just ridiculous. Right, so graphics don't need a lot of improvement, but I'll tell you right now, they do need to actually do a proper job of it, because there's only one thing and one thing alone, and that's the steering wheels. And what they've basically done is just literally taken last year's game and slapped those steering wheels on. That is it, basically. And that is just ridiculous. Because Williams now have a steering wheel like what's on the Red Bull. Not the big square one like they had last year in 2013. So that needs some changing. And I don't see why this can't be done, because you're going to have a ton more memory compared to what you do on the Xbox. I mean, heck, you got a crap ton of RAM, you got a massive system. I mean, yeah, see, look, just diving up the inside and lets me go. There's like no defense or anything there. But yeah, it's just, you're going to have a ton more memory and everything. You should be able to do it. But yeah, moving on. So that's all for graphics. Physics, yeah, that's pretty much done. And now let's move on to the overall part of the game. Sorry about that little lag. So they need to. They should do this. They should bring back what they had with the long race weekend. So pretty much you have your 3 practice sessions, your 3 qualifying, and then the race. Now, long race weekend now is just 1 practice session, 3 qualifying, and the race. Hello, that might as well be the short weekend. But yeah, you can have normal short weekend, which is 1 practice, 1 qualifying, and 1 race, and just have long race weekend, short race weekend, each one with full qualifying, short qualifying, and 1 short qualifying. Because otherwise it's not really realistic, is it? But yes, anyway, moving on. they should have at least an option for podiums and parade lap and cooldown lap even, if they want. I mean, this is the last time, probably next year, if they get it wrong, that we're going to see an F1 game on the console. Yeah, probably. Unless someone else comes along with a bunch of money and actually takes the license and makes a better game, which I don't really see happening at this point. And then for things for to make it more, I don't know how you'd put this, in depth, I would say. Have things like create a team. Go back to what they had on 2010 and 2011, where basically you were in the paddock as the driver. In the menus, basically stood there, you saw all the trailers, all the officers, people walking around, and all that sort of fancy stuff. I mean, that was 4 years ago now? 5 years ago even? It's seriously? How could you go from good to worse? That makes absolutely no sense. You'd think you'd go better and better and better. But yeah, and in career mode, live the life of the driver, as I said just before. Do that. I mean, the career mode in 2010 and 2011, absolutely amazing. Probably the best out there, bar a few other games. What happened, I have no idea. And now it's just gone repetitive, and it's just, yeah, can't be bothered, sort of thing. And there's not many career modes left even doing them actually on F1. Yeah, there's the odd few guys doing them, but otherwise they're not the most major hit compared to what they would have been on 2010 and 2011. Because it's I think it's 5 seasons, and you don't really actually get a choice between doing 7 or 5 or 3 or whatever it was in 2010. But yeah, for create a team, go the route of what they had on NASCAR 06 Total Team Control on the Xbox One, on the first Xbox and the PS2. That was absolutely amazing. I mean, heck, that was literally on a console that's years older than this. You thought you would have been able to do it, and you could have, but it's just ridiculous. What happened? I do not know what happened, but yeah. And they also need to change their bloody rev count, because they also need to change the way that the rev count works, because no joke, that shifting right there is way too low. I'm going another several 10k over, 20 even sometimes, depending, and I'm still not hitting max RPM. It's ridiculous. But yeah, have things like create a team where you can hire drivers, make your own team car, livery, sponsors, have personalised numbers in career mode even. It just makes no sense. I mean, have that and the game will absolutely take off. I mean, take FIFA's career mode, for example. That's amazing. You have things like news, rumours and all that sort of stuff. I could go on for days, but yeah, I've kind of run out of time, so that's pretty much all I can think of. Thanks to my mate Josh, IN2Joshy93 for those ideas as well. Till then guys, I'll see you later.